Hey everyone, today is March 18th, 2019. Since the last time I posted, I've added this green bubble tip anemone. I had these two beautiful Duncans that were sitting here on the left side of my tank. One was a purple tip, green Duncan, and the other one was a fully green Duncan. The clowns were just really harassing them and they retracted, and I was concerned they were going to starve to death. I tried moving them in a different area of the tank, but the clowns just went right back to them. So I traded in the two Duncans for credit at my local fish store, and I got this green bubble tip anemone. So before I put him in there, I covered the wave maker with a sponge because I've heard horror stories of anemones getting chopped up in the wave maker. And the next morning after I put him in, which was about a week and a half ago, I found him in this chamber here. So I'm thinking that he went through the overflow slits. He squished himself really flat and went through the overflow slits. He would have had to push past this block sponge and gone under this crack here. Then he would have ended up in this middle chamber where the filter baskets are, but there is a gap underneath the three baskets, so he would have had to gone under the baskets and then crawled into this last chamber here, and I found him kind of by the heater. The only other way I can think of that he got there is if he went up and over, like if he got lifted the slit up and then went over and dropped in that chamber, but I doubt that. There's no way he would have gone in the return, because at the bottom of the return is a pump and there's nowhere to go. There's no way for him to have entered that third chamber. He would have gotten stuck in the pump. So I went to the local craft store and I got this black stiff plastic mesh, and I used that to cover the overflow slits, and hopefully that'll prevent him from getting out of the display again. So he was actually hanging upside down under this rock for about a week or so. My clowns took to him very quickly. I fed him little pieces of krill, but he just sat there in the shade under this rock, and I got concerned that he wasn't getting enough light. So today what I ended up doing is I flipped this whole rock upside down so that he would be up towards the light. That means that my rock flower anemone, which is on the other side down here, now she's kind of in the shade, but I think she'll move to the light. She's moved a little bit here and there before, so I think she'll be okay. I'll see what happens over the next few days. The anemone is pretty interesting. For the most part, it stays bubbled up like this, but on a few occasions it's deflated and it's gotten stringy. This morning I got really nervous because it was deflated and its mouth was just a little bit open, and I've read that the mouth staying open can be a bad sign that the anemone is sick. But then a few hours later it was back to being bubbled up and the mouth was closed. So I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe it was pooping, I don't know. So anyways, that's the latest on this tank. The little mushroom garden is doing well. My Rastas, which started with 3 polyps, is now up to about 6 polyps. These little orange polyps are crawling up this rock, and they're multiplying as well. These are some more zoas here, my blue vice pallies, and back here I have 2 green hairy mushrooms. I'm thinking about mounting them on this little rock in the back corner here. They like low flow. If I put them in a higher flow area, they kind of shrink up so that they don't blow away, versus when they're in this low flow area, they get nice and big and wavy. All right, well that's it for now. Happy reefing.